All right, Rebecca, do you know who I have a secret crush on?
No.
Marie Curie.
Okay, who's that?
The first woman to ever win a Nobel Prize, the only woman to ever win 2 Nobel Prizes in 2 different fields. Unfortunately, I have a crush on her, and she died back in the 1800s. Or the early 1900s. But she was amazing, and women in science owe really a debt to Marie Curie, and they only represent a small fraction of scientists out in the community today.
Yeah, I do know that.
But it's an important part.
I do know that. And cosmetic company L'Oreal is working to change that. Every year they award lucrative fellowships to young, newly graduated female doctors.
And this year's winners are trying to cure cancer and Crohn's disease. They want to lower gas prices, and another wants to find a new way to power our cell phones. A little bit of everything. And as Sarah discovered, these women are making the world a better place.
I'm here at the American Museum of Natural History in New York City for the 10th annual L'Oreal USA Fellowships for Women in Science award ceremony. And this year, just as in years past, the women are spectacular. Let's meet our winners. Robin Stanley, you're a mom.
Yep, I'm a proud mother of an 11-month-old.
That's probably pretty unusual in your field.
Yeah, I think it's becoming more common, but yeah, it's a challenging field, so I think a lot of people struggle to be both a scientist and a mom, but I'm trying to do it.
And now you are also using your research to try to cure cancer. No small feat there. Tell us how you're doing it.
So I'm a structural biologist, so what I'm trying to do is solve the structures of proteins in the cell that are too small to see with a microscope. And so hopefully by solving the structure, we can find new cures for diseases.
Our next fellow, Arpita Bose, wants to help bring down gas prices. I bet a lot of people are happy about that.
Absolutely.
How are you going about it?
I'm using microbes. These are these small creatures that are all around, and we can't even see them unless we look at them under the microscope, but we are engineering them to use various sorts of resources that are very abundant, but we haven't really tapped into them yet. So the hope is that we can actually use those resources and bring down gas prices.
Mary Stoddard, you're studying birds?
I am studying birds. I'm an ornithologist, and I'm very interested in understanding bird eggs. Even though we see birds in our own backyard, we still have a lot of questions about their eggs. And I'm interested in understanding how eggs evolved and what gives them special mechanical properties.
And then what can you do with that research?
Well, when humans are trying to solve problems, we can often learn a lot by looking to nature. So one idea is that by studying the processes involved naturally in egg formation, we might learn something that could inform our design of new materials down the line.
And for anyone who's ever had a stomach ache, we have great hope for the research that Anissa Ismail is doing.
So I work at Princeton University, where we study host microbe interactions. That basically means we're studying how it is that our intestinal cells can communicate with the good bacteria that live inside of our intestines. And this is really important for people who have diseases like Crohn's disease. Their intestinal cells no longer talk to their bacteria properly. And so it'd be really good for us to understand under normal circumstances how we can have a friendly relationship with the bugs that live inside of us so that we can potentially treat people with Crohn's disease.
That's fascinating.
It's very, very cool.
Do you think that's actually going to happen?
Yes, absolutely. I think that every day we learn something new about these diseases, and that by pooling all of our resources together, eventually we'll definitely get there.
Louisa Brooks, you are creating a bracelet that could power my cell phone. How does that happen?
That is amazing. So basically what I want to do is materials or flexible electronics that are malleable. So it means that I can play with them and mold them accordingly to your needs. So what I want to do is create a flexible phone or flexible materials that you can put on your arm. Meanwhile you're jogging, you will be charging your phone simultaneously, so you will never run out of charge. So that is going to be awesome, because I know that you're going to appreciate it.
I sure am. So this is going to be like everybody can create their own energy.
Exactly. So the sun comes out every day, at least for 12 hours. So what if we just use the sun to power our own devices, and that way you don't have to be relying on a charger.
Each woman can get up to $60,000 to fund her research and make her scientific dreams come true, and then eventually make our lives better.
Really an inspiring group of people. And it's no coincidence, by the way, that those awards go to scientists just after they graduate and get their doctoral degree, because L'Oreal believes that by nurturing their goals early on, it helps them advance faster in their field. So very important stuff.